तड़ते बैठी रोआ, नंगड़ा ने मारिया जा, जीवे तीवे पालड़ा, जीवे तीवे पालड़ा, जीवे तीवे पालना। नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, 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 ओ जीवे तीवे पालना, ओ जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना। बेशक बंदी आया, मेरी आया मंदी आया, बेशक बंदी आया, अची मुंजा ढोलना, ऐब न खोलना, अची मुंजा ढोलना, ऐब न खोलना, ओ ऐब न खोलना, ओ ऐब न खोलना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना। पैया पनारे लगस तुझ लारे, पैया पनारे लगस तुझ लारे, साईं पैया पनारे, जोगिए नाल चालना, असां वल आवना, जोगिए नाल चालना, असां वल आवना, ओ असां वल आवना, ओ असां वल आवना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना। लथरे कशाले, यार सचल तू लथरे कशाले, साईं यार सचल तू, घूंघट खोलना, बह बह बोलना, घूंघट खोलना, बह बह बोलना, ओ बह बह बोलना, ओ बह बह बोलना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, नंगड़ा निमाणिए जा, जीवे तीवे पालना, जीवे तीवे पालना, जीवे तीवे पालना, ओ जीवे तीवे पालना, ओ जीवे तीवे पालना। लंगड़ा निमाणिया जा जीवे तीवे पालना। शुक्राना शाह तुहिंजा, शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो। शुक्राना शाह तुहिंजा, शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो। प्यो पुकार्या प्रीतमा जा, प्यो पुकार्या प्रीतमा जा। शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो, शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो। शुक्राना शाह तुहिंजा, शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो। परे रखिया पास बिहारी, परे रखिया पास बिहारी। मेहर नजर से सदा निहारी, मेहर नजर से सदा निहारी। पास बिहारी सदा निहारी, शुक्र आहे।
एक मैं हूँ, एक मैं हूँ, कभी शुक्रिया ना किया। एक तू है जो रहमत किए जा रहे हो।
उठंदे वेहंदे हलंदे चलंदे, उठंदे वेहंदे हलंदे चलंदे। कमकार विचया घुमंदे फिरंदे, कमकार विचया घुमंदे फिरंदे। हलंदे चलंदे घुमंदे फिरंदे। शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो।
एक मैं हूँ सदा मांगता ही रहा। एक तू है जो मांगा दिए जा रहे हो। शुक्र आहे
शुक्र तुहिंजो। साक निंदाया सुख में दुख में, साक निंदाया सुख में दुख में। बंगलन में या भूख ही भूख में, बंगलन में या भूख ही भूख में, सुख में दुख में, भूख ही भूख में शुक्र आहे, शुक्र तुझो, शुक्र आहे, शुक्र तुझो। दादा शाह।
Thank you so much to our amazing singers and musicians today. Those were some beautiful bhajans. Thank you so much. Next up, we have a children's dance performance. As the youngest child is age 6 and the eldest is 15 years of age, I am sure you can imagine the patience and love of the art it took from the parents and the children to put this dance together. Please welcome Pearl Pablani, Ritika Sirvani, Harleen Vidani, Ruby Pablani, and Mohit Pablani.
राधे संग नंदलाल, राधे संग नंदलाल, राधे संग नंदलाल। ये रचाए रात खड़खड़ में है गुलाब, खड़खड़ में है गुलाब, खड़खड़ में है गुलाब। चौबीस में है प्रकाश दिखता भरी उजास, फैली है मंद मंद फूलों की मधुवास। नागे संग आज झूमे गोकुल समाज, बिन बलिहारी जाए झूली सब लोक लाज, झूली सब लोक लाज, झूली सब लोक लाज। बांसुरी बांसुरी कृष्ण की बाजेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी। बांसुरी कृष्ण की बाजेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी। जमुना तट पे रास रखेगा, जमुना तट पे रास रखेगा, प्रीत विराजेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी। बांसुरी कृष्ण की बाजेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी। भवन की शोभा न्यारी, राधा संग झूमे गिरधारी। भवन की शोभा न्यारी, राधा संग झूमे गिरधारी। गोकुल के रजगण सितारों से चमके, धरती पे स्वर्ग जैसे आया उतर के। धरा इस क्षण को साधेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी। बांसुरी कृष्ण की बाजेगी, प्रेम में राधा नाचेगी।
Amazing. A big thank you to all our dancers and the parents who choreographed and helped them practice. This was wonderful. Can we please have another big round of applause for our amazing dancers? I would now like to call upon my co-hosts for the evening, Kapil Ramchandani, to take over for the rest of the program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank my co-host, Karishma Budrani, for the wonderful job she has done as the MC so far. Please give her a big round of applause. So, my name is Kapil Ramchandani, and I'm very pleased to bring you the Bridge Builders segment of today's program. The Bridge Builders is a youth seva arm of the Sadhu Vaswani mission. It is a group of like-minded, service-oriented young individuals who come together for once a month meetups, with each meetup having some form of seva attached to it, both within the Sindhi community and for the human community at large. Last month, they did a youth clothing drive, and that was a huge success. For September, the Bridge Builders will be hosting a senior event. They also have a food drive, a blanket drive for the homeless planned for October and November. So to all the youth here who want to get involved, and to all the seniors who want to attend our seniors event, please visit our volunteers at after the event at the Bridge Builders table. For now, we'll be moving on to our next segment. It's with great pleasure I invite the new Bridge Builders band named Bridge the Gap, or BTG as they like to be called. This band came together under the support of Jagdish Bajaj, who is devoting his time to mentor this group. Jagdish is unable to attend today's event, but he has brought together two very harmonious musicians who infuse every note they sing with the effervescence of youth, soul-stirring power of emotion, and the contagious joy that bridges hearts together in a perfect harmony. Our lead vocalist needs very little introduction. She has, in a very short while, become an integral part of Toronto's art scene. When she is not treating patients as a family physician, she can be found honing her musical talents. Please welcome Dr. Jyoti Lalwani Rawat. And on our guitar and vocals, I'm happy to introduce Gursaj Singh Kohli, lovingly known as Guru. Guru has been associated with music for over 14 years. He sings and also plays over 8 instruments. And when not following his musical bliss and playing live gigs, Guru works as an engineer at an IT firm. Also rocking with BTG on keyboards is our very own Pandit Ramashankar, and on percussion is Pandit Bhuma Pandey. This evening, we hope to bridge the gap between the positive energy of the universe and all of you, our audience. So put your hands together and let's hear it for BTG.
Hello, hello. चलिए दूसरा जो गाना है सिंधी में थी चवां जय माधव मदन मुरारी सभिनी ॿुधो ई हूंदो जगजीत सिंह जो ॾाढो सुठो भॼन आहे त प्लीज़ कम अलोंग एंड सिंग टुवर्ड्स देन वी कैन डू इट टुगेदर जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय केशव कलिबरहारी जय केशव कलिबरहारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी सुंदर कुंडल नयन विशाला सुंदर कुंडल नयन विशाला गले सोहे बैजंती माला गले सोहे बैजंती माला या छवि की बलिहारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी माधव मदन मुरारी कबहू लूट लूट दधी खायो कबहू लूट लूट दधी खायो कबहू मधुवन रास रचायो कबहू मधुवन रास रचायो नाचत विपिन बिहारी नाचत विपिन बिहारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी करुणाकर द्रौपदी पुकारे करुणाकर द्रौपदी पुकारे पट में लिपट गए बनहारी पट में लिपट गए बनहारी निरख रहे नर नारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी ओ जय माधव मदन मुरारी come on sing along माधव मदन मुरारी जय माधव मदन मुरारी ओ जय माधव मदन मुरारी We'll do this jap in the end. आप सब ही ज्वाइन कीजिए इसमें So then we can all have all you youngsters be involved, and it's very Hare Rama, Hare Krishna jap, so you don't need to learn. मुझे skill. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you all so much.
Wow, that was an electrifying performance. Thank you, Vici. That was awesome. One more round of applause. At this point, we'd like to take a moment just to thank all of you, the audience, for being so gracious and so engaged. It takes countless hours to put together such a program, and we are so blessed by your presence. On to our next segment. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce to you Dimple Mukherjee and Arani Nagelshwaran, two very accomplished individuals who will share with us powerful anecdotes and practical strategies for embracing forgiveness in our lives. Dimple Mukherjee is an occupational therapist, positive psychology practitioner, coach, and the author of her latest release, Word of the Year, True Stories About Intentional Living Using the Power of a Single Word, which is now available on Amazon globally and Barnes & Noble. Dimple's life philosophy is rooted and centered around good health and wellness. As an occupational therapist for 27 years, she believes intentional living can shape our lives and improve our mental health. Welcome, Dimple. Our next guest on the panel is Arani Nagelshwaran, a criminology and justice program graduate, an entrepreneur, and a passionate mental health advocate. She currently works as an immigration coordinator at KPMG and is the president of the Wellness Project, a nonprofit where she aims to raise awareness around mental health with a focus on peer support, empowerment, and advocacy. In addition to her dedication to mental health awareness, Arani also runs her own makeup artistry business. Wow, a truly accomplished individual. Arani, we are thrilled to have you amongst us. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite our panel moderator, Akshay Gorajani, to ask the experts and unravel the connections between mental well-being, interpersonal harmony, and the freedom that comes with forgiveness. Whether you're on a personal journey of healing or simply seeking to enhance your understanding of forgiveness, this panel discussion promises to be an enriching experience. Now, over to you, Akshay.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for being here today and for the great introductions, couple. The topic of discussion for today's panel is the concept of forgiveness. What is forgiveness? How important is it? How to find forgiveness in your life, as well as how to continue to foster a healthy life. I'll be going through a few questions with our esteemed panelists today, where we'll be given some insight based on their expertise. The format will be simple. I will ask a question, and both panelists will be given the opportunity to respond. So let's start today's discussion with our first question. So the first one's going to be a simple question, and it's, what does forgiveness mean to you? And we'll start with Dimple.
Hi, everyone. I would like to first thank all of you for being here. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to beloved Dada, to the respected elders in this community, many of whom I've grown under, and also to the younger generation. So the answer to this question is pretty complex. I think if we had all day to talk about forgiveness, it wouldn't do it justice. But to me, when I think of forgiveness, I think of it as a medicine. I think of it as antidote to hurt. And in therapy, there's a saying that goes, hurt people hurt people. I don't know if any of you've heard it, but it's a pretty popular saying. And when I think of that, I think of forgiveness as the antidote to hurt. And imagine how much more beautiful our world could be if there were less people who felt hurt. And I think that forgiveness is the perfect medicine for our times and for us to achieve a higher good and a better world.
Great. Thank you very much for that answer, Dimple. And Arani, I'll pass off the microphone to you for your take on what forgiveness means to you.
So I want to start off with a quote by Dada. Forgiveness is not a fort in which anger cannot enter. I think I said that wrong. Forgiveness is a fort in which anger cannot enter. Forgiveness to me is a mental and spiritual process, a process of letting go. Giving ourselves a peace of mind, and while freeing ourselves from anger and resentment, forgiveness is something extremely important that we all must practice. I see forgiveness as something we have control over, as when we make the decision to not forgive, you let the feelings of anger and resentment take over your life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you, for your answers on what forgiveness means to you. Forgiveness is a very personal journey for a lot of people, and through a bit of reflection and insight, I'm sure all of you will find what resonates with your idea of what forgiveness means to you. My next question is, it's a bit of a two-part question, but it's, why is it important to foster forgiveness? And if we do hold onto anger and or resentment in our hearts, how does that affect our mental health? So Arani, I'll start with you.
So I think a common misconception about forgiveness is that one, forgiveness is weak, and another is that if I forgive, then the person will no longer feel any justice. I want to start off by saying whether you choose to forgive or don't forgive, it's not going to affect the justice that the person who has caused you harm is going to receive. By holding on to feelings of anger and not forgiving, the only person we end up not liking is ourselves. But when you make the decision to forgive, you change the way you view yourself as well. When you get rid of anger, your muscles relax, you're less anxious, you have more energy, your immune system can strengthen. It also lowers the risk of heart attack, improves cholesterol levels and sleep, reduces pain, blood pressure, levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. Again, to end off with a quote by Dada, forgiveness is twice blessed. It blesses the one who forgives and also the one who is forgiven.
Thank you for that answer, Arani. And now on to you, Dimple.
So just to build on Arani's response, there are many studies out there that really talk about the benefit of forgiveness on a physiological level. And that does include, lowering depression rates, lowering anxiety, as well as building better relationships. And if we think about our world right now, we're living in a constant state of chronic stress, and that is on the rise. So one of the best things we can do for our own internal landscape is to be able to learn how to forgive. And I'll be the first to acknowledge that's not an easy task sometimes. And forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that you are allowing for more harm in your life. And that's not what it's really about. It's really about setting some boundaries around what you're willing to accept and what you're not, so that you're not harboring any resentment or anger or grudge towards the person that's hurt you. But really, it's about an internal process in which you surrender and let go of that which is hurting yourself and others. And I ultimately believe that by fostering forgiveness, you are actually allowing yourself to live the values that you believe in, because I don't think that you can live your values unless you've embraced forgiveness as a tool in your toolkit.
So now I'm going to turn the tables a little bit on our speakers and experts here with the next question. So the next question is, on the other hand, if there are some steps that that can be taken, what are some steps that can be taken if you are the one trying to seek forgiveness in your life instead of giving it out? And I'll start with Arani here.
So I'm going to expose myself a little bit here. So the first step is to always acknowledge your actions. When I was a little kid, I was 7 years old. I used to take money out of my dad's wallet because at school they used to give out these very big cookies at the school cafeteria, and in our house we weren't allowed to have sugar. So instead of asking, I would go into his wallet and I would take $2 every single week. The second step is to reveal motivation. So when my dad sat me down and asked me, hey, I have money missing from my wallet, did you take it? The first thing I did was cry because I was scared. But the second thing I did was tell him the reason for doing it. I told him about the cookies. I told him I just really wanted to get it, but I didn't think he'd say yes. The third step is to acknowledge the consequences of your actions and empathize with their feelings. So though I was still younger at that time, to this day, I still kind of remember him just looking at me with so much disappointment because it was a cookie. Like realistically, if I asked him, he probably would have bought me a pack from Walmart. The fourth one is to offer remedies. So though I was only 7 years old at the time, I offered to pay my dad all the money back. I don't know how I was going to do it. I did not have a job at 7 years old. But 10 years later, when I did get my first job, I gave my dad my entire paycheck. And when he asked why, I told him, 10 years ago, I took $2 out of your wallet for like a month. So here's my paycheck. Here's like $1,000. And the last step is to allow them to feel their emotion and be patient. I think when we seek forgiveness from other people, we automatically assume all is forgotten, all is forgiven, but sometimes it takes a lot more than that, and we just have to be patient, allow people to feel their emotions. Thank you.
Thank you for that answer, Rani. I think a lot of times, no matter if you're young or old, mistakes will happen. You'll make mistakes in life, and you'll have to go through something where you'll have to be asking for forgiveness. So thank you for sharing your 7-year-old experience. It's it's still relevant even in today's day because mistakes can happen at any time. And now for Dimple, your answer on that question.
Thank you, Arani, for that. And I think she did such a beautiful job of laying out all the practical tips and tools that you can take. I'm going to take a slightly different angle on my response on how you can seek forgiveness, because like I said earlier, it's not always easy to forgive someone that's harmed you. And for me, it starts with mindset. I think it's first an internal process. It's really accepting and believing that what you did with humility was wrong. And I am a big believer of actions over words. So I think it's important to be able to demonstrate to the person that you're seeking forgiveness from is that you're actually able to show them and demonstrate in actions what it is that you're seeking forgiveness on before saying something to them. And I also think in order to prepare yourself for forgiveness and your mindset around it, what you could do are little baby steps that I believe are more powerful than the bigger steps. And some of those things could be listening to the loving kindness meditation, which is the metta meditation, which really helps me to be able to forgive those that have harmed me. The other thing is writing a letter, and you don't necessarily have to send the letter to the person that you are seeking forgiveness from, but that's a start so that you're able to get clarity on why it is that you're seeking forgiveness, because there is an art of genuine apology that we need to embrace. And in this day and age when it's really easy to say I'm sorry, but to actually mean it and to demonstrate that you are truly apologetic is really an art that needs to be cultivated, and it needs to come from a deeper place.
Thank you for that answer as well, Dimple. I really like the point you make about writing a letter. I find during periods of my life, I don't practice it as much anymore, but there was a time that I journaled and wrote things down, and putting it into existence and out of my mind really helped me feel that I was making some progress on mistakes I had made in my life, as well as things that I wanted done. So that's a great point you touched on. The last kind of question I wanted to ask both of you is for each of you to briefly discuss some therapeutic techniques that we can implement into our daily lives in order to help improve our overall well-being and mental health. And Dimple, we'll start with you because I know that you're a big advocate of journaling, as you just mentioned, and the practice of calling in a word. Do you think you can explain these a little bit further, as well as how we can all incorporate this into our daily lives?
Yes, I'll try not to take all day on this topic because I love it so much, but I think it's really important to slow down, just in general, slowing down in life and really taking presence and being present with who you are and what you stand up for and what you value. And I do that through a simple tool called calling in a word of the year. It's a practice that I didn't develop, but I formalized it and I share it with others in the hopes that you too can take this one little word per year to live your life more intentionally. And I think when we live our lives more intentionally, we are acting more from a place of our values and a deeper place. And I think forgiveness becomes really easy in that situation. So the word of the year is a practice where you call in one word that represents what you desire or what you're hoping for the year ahead. So it's like a wish. You can think of it as a magical wish. And then you can use that word as your guiding word for the rest of the year. And you can do it in many ways. You can live your word one day at a time, 1 month at a time, one season at a time. And it's really a point of reflection for you to remember what it is that you desired at the earlier on the year, and how you can set your purpose and your goals, however you do it, through that word. And then when you end the year with your word, you have a beautiful reflection on how you've actually truly lived out your values and your purpose. And I do that through journaling quite often, just because it's such a tangible and beautiful way of documenting your journey and your growth. So my word this year is succulent, and the reason I called in this word is because next month I'm going to turn half a century. I'm going to turn 50, and I really wanted to embody succulence and the juiciness of getting older. I think in this time and era that we live in, ageism is a thing, and I really want to change the narrative around aging and how beautiful, as you can tell by all the beautiful examples here of our elders, what a beautiful process aging is. And I look at succulence for that.
Thank you for sharing all that, Dimple. And Arani, to build on some of what Dimple touched on, you're an advocate for physical wellness and meditation. Do you think you can speak about this a little bit further?
So one of the things that I started incorporating into my daily life is thankfully we live in a day and age where there's an app for everything, literally everything, including meditation and relaxation. So Headspace is a great app. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. It's basically an app that incorporates meditation, muscle relaxation, and breathing exercises. It's really good to just kind of ground yourself, become more present and aware in the moment. Another one is to reduce stress. I know we've all heard it at least 10 times in our lives, regardless of how old you are. Um, Reducing stress means getting your sleep, keeping active, soaking in some sunshine, setting goals, creating to-do lists, whatever that may look like to you. Managing your stress is extremely important. Talk therapy is also a very big one that I want to emphasize today. Talk therapy is basically talking to a mental health professional about your problems. By doing this, there's an educational element, a focus on relaxation exercises and coping skills, as well as stress management. Now, I know it's easy for me to sit here and be like, yeah, go to therapy, pay $200 for one session. Super easy to say. But thankfully, there are a lot of nonprofit organizations, live chat helplines that allow you to connect with someone who you may speak to. So as part of my introduction, I am the founder and president of the Wellness Project. We are a nonprofit organization focusing on peer support, empowerment, and advocacy. So what that means is we're basically telling you, ditch your therapist, talk to the person right next to you. I want you to literally look at the person next to you and just see what you can see just by looking at them. Probably nothing. But the chances are the person sitting next to you has gone through their fair share of problems as well, from anxiety to depression to other mental health illnesses as well. Sorry, I get passionate and then I start stuttering over my words. But yeah, honestly, peer support and empowerment. Talk to the person next to you. You'll be surprised by how much you can gain from them. So just to end off the Wellness Project, if you're looking for someone to be paired up with, we do have a list of, not really mentors, but just someone to listen to. And our members are a team of 15 people who have their own fair share of mental health experience as well. So if you ever looking to connect with someone just to talk to, please, please, please reach out and I'll be happy to connect you with someone. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank both of our panelists, both Arani and Dimple, for their words of encouragement and expertise and wisdom on the topic of forgiveness and mental health in general. They do both go hand in hand, and as Arani said, sometimes just even talking to anyone about what you're going through, even something that you feel like you may need to forgive someone or you desire forgiveness yourself, it doesn't hurt to do that. And I also wanted to thank all of our audience today for being so receptive and engaged in today's program. In the words of the immortal Dada J.P. Vaswani, if you are unable to forgive and forget, you pay the price in physical and emotional terms. I hope we have given you a roadmap or a basic roadmap that will assist you in your journey to a healthier and more peaceful life. Dada Sham, thank you.
Thank you, Arani and Dimple, for sharing your experience and wisdom. Your insights on physical wellness, mental health, and human relationships will continue to resonate with all of us. And of course, thank you, Akshay, for addressing many of the questions with the panelists that I'm sure the audience wanted answers for. I know that I, in the past, have definitely asked some of the questions that were asked today, and it was very, very meaningful, even to me. Due to time constraints, we're not able to open the floor up for questions for the panel, but both Arani and Dimple will be here after the program should you wish to connect. At this point, I'd like to call upon Nanak Lakhani from Sadhu Vaswani Center, Toronto, and Pooja Shah from the Bridge Builders to hand out the awards to all our wonderful performers and speakers today. Without their selfless dedication, none of today's program would have been possible. So first, can I please have Pearl Pablani? She's around. I think the kids are downstairs. I'll come back to the kids. So let's start with the wonderful. Are all the kids downstairs? Yeah. Okay, we'll just wait a few minutes for the kids to come. Why don't we start with some of the singers today? So first, I'd like to call upon Dr. Jyoti Lalwani Rawat. She's also downstairs. Guru's here? Down, wow. Yeah, they were so selfless, they don't even want the award. They just... Sure, I think the kids just arrived. Perfect. So, first up, Pearl Pablani. After that, Ritika Sarani. Harleen Vidhani. Ruby Pablani. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Mohit Pablani. Thank you to all the wonderful dancers. Can we all give a big round of applause for each and every one of them? Okay, now I would like to call upon Dr. Jyoti Lalwani Rawat. Gursahaj Singh Kohli. Big round of applause for Guru. Dimple Mukherjee. Is Arani here? Oh, there you go. Arani Nagleshwaran. And Akshay Golrajani.
Dada Sham, everybody. On behalf of the Bridge Builders of Toronto, I would like to thank the Sadhu Vaswani Center, the Gurmandir, and the SCAT Group, the Sindhi Cultural Association of Toronto, for their immense support and cooperation in making this program happen. Thank you all. Thank you for your blessings. And this program wouldn't have been possible without the tireless effort of all our Bridge Builders volunteers who have worked without looking at the clock for the last couple of weeks. As you can imagine, it takes a village to put something like this together. So thank you, fellow Bridge Builders, for everything you've done and for inspiring me personally with all your effort. Lastly, as Dada would say, the reward for service is more service. So definitely, we have lots of service activities lined up for the coming months. As Kapil mentioned, we have a seniors event planned in the month of September. Then we have a food donation drive and also again a blanket donation drive during the winters. So I request all those youth present here who would like to participate to kindly stop by our kiosk in the basement and register yourself with us so that you get updated about these activities as they happen, and you can join us whenever you're available. And all the seniors present here, if you would like to be a part of the event that we would like to put together for you in the month of September, please register yourself with us again so that we can contact you with more information. Thank you. Uh, One more thing, I think we must acknowledge the MCs of our program, Karishma and Kapil. They have been the glue. They have been the glue that has held us together. So I would like to invite Kunal to kindly hand over the trophies and a small token of appreciation to both our MCs. Thank you, Karishma. Thank you, Kapil. Over to you.
And now we'll move forward to the most enlightened moments of today's evening. First, we'll begin with a talk on forgiveness by Didi Krishna Kumari. Born on May 9th, 1961, Didi, as she is lovingly called, began her spiritual journey at the tender age of 3 under the guidance of the two most prominent saints of India, Sadhu T.L. Vaswani, also known as Bare Dada, and Revered Dada J.P. Vaswani. Didi accompanied Dada on all of his journeys in India and overseas, whether at the prestigious United Nations or in meetings with prominent statesmen and interfaith leaders. She served with him at the Sadhu Vaswani mission in the capacity of working chairman until he passed onto the unseen in July 2018, after which she took on the leadership at the mission. Her unique and inclusive style, informed by her deep-rooted spiritual and ethical values, motivates one and all to put in their best efforts so that the mission can do as much good as it can, in many ways as it can. Can we request your attention to the screen for Didi's message?
Life is a kaleidoscope of so many virtues, but among them, the most predominant color, the most beautiful pattern, among them, the most predominant color, the most beautiful pattern is that of love. Beloved Dada's love was unique, yet it was universal. He spread the fragrance of love wherever he went. He transformed whatever he touched with the magic of his love. To him, to love was to give and give and give. To live was to love. To live was to give. To live was to serve. To live was to bear the burdens of others. He gave selflessly, tirelessly, unconditionally, spontaneously, and so freely. He overlooked even his own comfort and convenience in order to help as many as he could. He also said, true giving is forgiving. My dear friends, in the lives of each one of us, there are multiple situations when we have to choose between love and hatred, between retaliation and forgiveness. It is our choice, and beloved Dada always reminded us, he always urged us to opt for forgiveness. It is really sometimes difficult, but beloved Dada said to us that there are 4 stages which we have to cross on the way of forgiveness. The first stage is when we feel hurt, when we feel the pain that has been caused by another. But the suffering is experienced not by the individual, he reminded us, it is experienced by the ego. It is our ego that stands up. It is our ego that gets hurt, that feels crushed. The first step is when we feel hurt and pain. The second step is when that hurt and that pain, it grows, it develops into resentment. That hurt and pain, we keep on dwelling on it again and again. We keep on replaying it in our mind until grudges are formed, and sometimes even it leads to hatred. And beloved Dada said that the disease today humanity is suffering from is grudgitis. But Dada gave us a simple remedy. The remedy was let go, let go, let God. Let God take over. So the second step is let go. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the resentment. Let go of the grudge. Let go of hatred. And the third step is when God's grace descends on us and the wound that is caused by the arrow of hatred, resentment, grudges, that wound is healed. And then comes the fourth stage in which we rise, we go a step higher, we embrace that person. We not only embrace that person, but we reconcile with that person. Yes, as I said, forgiveness is not easy, especially when we feel that it has been deliberately done to us. I recall how one day I felt crushed. I felt really hurt when someone whom I relied upon suddenly became indifferent towards me. I tried to brush it off, but probably it still continued to show on my face. And when I went to Dada, he immediately could read what was going on in my heart. And he said to me, I think today something is wrong with you. I said, yes, Dada. And I narrated the entire incident to Dada. And I said to Dada, Dada, I'm trying to let go. And what did Dada say? Don't try to let go, but let go right now. Take the name of the person who has hurt you, who has been indifferent to you, who tries to avoid you. Take the name of that person. Call her out by her name and say, so and so, I forgive you. So and so, I forgive you. Yes, I did that. That day, we were traveling to Lonavala for a retreat. And as I was traveling, though I was trying to substitute the negative thought with a positive one, but still sometimes there was a deep pain, a deep hurt in my heart. And when we reached Lonavala, Dada saw. He said, you have not yet returned to normalcy. And now I insist, not only will you take the name of the person and say, I forgive you, but you will say, I forgive you, I bless you, and I embrace you. And in your heart, in the hearts of your hearts, you reconcile with that person. And I did it. And believe me, I felt peace return to my heart. I felt so light. I felt so relieved. Dada blessed me and he gave me such a beautiful smile, and the sunshine of joy returned to my life. My dear friends, beloved Dada's birthday, August 2, is observed as a global forgiveness day. Every year on August 2 at 2 p.m. we observe the moment of calm. Let me request you that all of us must choose love instead of hatred, forgiveness instead of retaliation, acceptance instead of withdrawal. And beloved Dada went one step further. He said, you must also ask for forgiveness, because remember, no one is perfect. Everyone has their faults and frailties. Everyone commits mistakes. So whenever you make a mistake, whenever you hurt someone, do not hesitate to go forward and ask for an apology. But they must not be mere words, I am sorry. Repentance should be true repentance. Let us, as I said, all of us together try that this 2nd August we will forgive all the hurt, all the pain that we have collected in our hearts. For remember, beloved Dada said that forgiveness is not a gift that you confer on someone else, but it is a protection you need for yourself. Thank you very much, Dada Shah.
And now, shortly, you will hear Dada's soothing voice as he guides us into a forgiveness meditation. Revered Dada J.P. Vaswani was an influential spiritual leader and humanitarian from Sadhu Vaswani mission in Pune, India. He was born on August 2, 1918 in Hyderabad, Sindh, which is now in Pakistan. He came from a devout Sindhi family, and even at a young age, he displayed a deep interest in spirituality and service to others. He traveled extensively across India and the world, spreading the message of love, peace, and nonviolence. We will now start the guided meditation by Dada. Can we request all of you to please close your eyes, listen to his words of wisdom, and kindly maintain complete silence at this time. Thank you.
Meditation on forgiveness. The meditation begins. Sit in a comfortable posture. Let your hands rest loosely in your lap. Close your eyes and relax. Relax your body. Relax your muscles. Relax your limbs. Take a long, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and then slowly exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale completely. Now tighten your hands into fists. Clench your fists really firm. Feel the tension in your hands and arms. Hold tighter, 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 and relax. Let go, allowing your hands and arms to be relaxed and loose. You feel so relieved. Remember, it was your own choice. You were the one clenching your fist. Similarly, you are the one holding on to your grudges and resentments. Choose to let go and be free. Think of the people for whom you are holding a grudge in your heart. Call them by name and say, Mr. XYZ, Mrs. XYZ, Miss XYZ, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Mr. ABC, Miss ABC, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. You feel so calm and peaceful. Now let us say a prayer. Dear God, help me cast away all resentments and grudges. Help me release the burden that I have been holding. Help me to let go and be free. I forgive all. I love all. I forgive all. I love all. I forgive all. I love all. And now must come the final benediction. May all without exception be free from disease, free from ignorance, free from sorrow. As you get up from this meditation, many of you will feel that you yourselves are happy, full of peace and bliss. Now let us rub the palms of our hands together, place them gently on the eyelids, and gently, very, very gently open the eyes. The meditation ends. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
So, how does everyone feel after Didi's wonderful message and Dada's pearls of wisdom? Happy. I feel completely empowered and motivated to start my journey towards forgiveness. Don't all of you? At this time, may we request you all to join us for a fun activity of letting go. Towards the back of the room, we have set up a forgiveness table with a fire pit. Those that wish to take part in this activity, please make your way there and line up in an orderly single file line. We have 2 of our Bridge Builders mentors and Bridge Builder volunteer there. We also have paper and pen for those of you who want to write the names of people, situations, or circumstances you wish to forgive on this auspicious day. We will be playing the forgiveness prayer, and with Dada's blessings, by adding these chits of paper to a fire, may we all be able to release any negative feelings and forgive, thus allowing us to find closure and move forward with a sense of emotional liberation. Please join us at the back to perform this activity. It is sure to serve as a powerful ritual of cleansing and healing, letting go of the past, and embracing a new chapter in your life. For anyone who would like to participate, please head towards the back. Yeah.
So bless me, Lord, that I may learn to return good for evil, a blessing for every blow. So bless me, Lord. May my heart be so filled with love that there's no empty nook or corner in it for resentment against anyone. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. So bless me, Lord. May I not remember any wrong that's been done to me, any hurt that's been inflicted on me. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, So bless me, Lord, that I may learn to return good for evil, a blessing for every blow. So bless me, Lord. May my heart be so filled with love that there's no empty nook or corner in it for resentment against anyone. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all.
For those who aren't participating in the activity, please we ask you to remain seated. We actually have the cake cutting that's going to go on as well. So please remain seated for the remaining program.
Any wrong that's been done to me, any hurt that's been inflicted on me, so bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. So bless me, Lord. So bless me, Lord, that I may learn to return good for evil, a blessing for every blow. So bless me, Lord. May my heart be so filled with love that there's no empty nook or corner in it for resentment against anyone. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. I forgive all, I love all. So bless me, Lord. May I not remember any wrong that's been done to me, any hurt that's been inflicted on me. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all, I forgive.
Once again, for anyone who is not participating in the activity, please remain seated. We're going to be doing the cake cutting, so please don't let those pieces yet. There's a bit more of the program left.
I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. So bless me, Lord. So bless me, Lord, that I may learn to return good for evil, a blessing for every blow.
All right, everybody. For anyone who's
So
done with the activity, please
bless
join
me,
us in
Lord.
celebrating the 105th birth anniversary of our beloved Dada by
May
cutting
my
a cake. Please come to the
heart be
front
so
and we can come together on this special
with
occasion
love.
to honor his life and teachings and share in the legacy of love, humility, and forgiveness and the compassion he left behind. And specifically, can we request all the children in the room to please come to the front to help with the cake cutting?
So bless me, Lord.
I'm just going to repeat it once more. For anyone who's done with the activity, please join us in the front to celebrate the 105th birth anniversary of our beloved Dada by cutting a cake. Thank you.
I forgive all I love. So bless
And again, can we have all the kids to the front?
me and not remember
सभी लोग अपने अपने स्थान पे पहुंच जाइए.
to me any hurt that's been inflicted on me. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. So bless me, Lord. I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. I forgive all I love. So bless So bless
Check.
me, Lord, that I may learn to return good for evil, a blessing for every blow. So bless me, Lord. May my heart be so filled.
हाँ जी, सभी लोगों से निवेदन है, अब इधर आ जाइए सभी. केक काटा जाएगा. प्लीज कमिंग एवरीवन. नहीं नहीं, हमको कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dada's 105th birthday. Agam desh se aya aya, Pritam paas padhara. बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तुम जियो हजारों साल, ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dada. Happy birthday to you. Sab jana nacho. Happy birthday to you, Dada. Happy birthday to you, Dada. Happy birthday, dear Dada. Happy birthday to you. बल्लियाँ जो सब जाना चाहो दादा शाह, बल्लियाँ दादल शाह, जिये तू आई सब जाना चाहो दादल शाह, अंगर असाते दादल शाह, ओ जिये तू आई
दादल शाह,
शाहन जो तू आही शाह, नूर खुदा का दादल शाह, ओ अंगर असाते दाद सभी चो तव्हांखे अञा प्रसाद मिलियो न आहे लॻे थो। तव्हांखे केक भी मिलंदो, लंगर भी मिलंदो, प्रसाद भी मिलंदो, ऐं दादा जो जन्मॾींहुं थोरो जोर सां मनायो। अंगर असाते दादल शाह, ओ जिये तू आई दादल शाह, एक बार बोलो हजार बार बोलो जय दादा की, एक बार बोलो हजार बार बोलो जय दादा की, 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 एक बार बोलो हजार बार बोलो जय दादा की। बधाई हो बधाई, दादा को बधाई, बधाई हो बधाई, दादा को बधाई, करे सिमरन सेवा प्रभु जीवन सजाई, करे सिमरन सेवा प्रभु जीवन सजाई, बधाई हो बधाई, दादा को बधाई, एक बार बोलो हजार बार बोलो जय दादा की, एक बार बोलो हजार बार बोलो जय दादा की। बल्ली आए ताड़ियों
दादा,
ओ बल्ली आए दादा, जिये तू आई दादा बादल शाह ओ अंगर असाते दादल शाह ओ नूर खुदा का दादल शाह शाहन जो तू आही शाह शाहन जो तू आही शाह. On that note, wishing Dada a very happy 105th birthday. ऐं असां हिते नानक किथे हो नानक सिंधी में ॾाढो होशियारु अथव. हिनखे चवंदासीं सिंधी में 105 ॻणी ॾेखारे ऐं तव्हां सभु तारियूं वॼायो.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105.
Happy birthday to Dada. So Dada जिते भी आयो सजी संगत ते महर कयो सजी संगत के आशीष कयो and we miss you.
Thank you. I think I want Gulab. Gulab wants to say a few words. Gulab.
On behalf of Gurmandir, we'd like to thank the Sadhu Vaswani Center for holding their first satsang. It's going to be once a month. I hope you guys have planned it for... Yay!
We were waiting patiently for these words. Thank you.
Oh, no, you guys did a wonderful job today, and we hope the future Sundays that you select will be equally fulfilling and full of lots of not only knowledge, but also spiritual discourses and everything.
Yes. You know that we have youth involved in this. So there's a new energy in our satsangs,
That is so true. And all these years, we've been running the shows around here, and it's great to see the youngsters taking over. And you will have all the support that we can provide. Okay? Thank you.
This is our only Sindhi satsang, really Sindhi satsang. So we are very proud that we are coming together in big numbers. So let's support it and, work together. And thank you again for joining. Thank you. Ashisha. Yeah, Ashisha has an announcement to make.
Hari Om.
Proud thing for us.
Yes. Hari Om everybody. Asanjo Sindhian jo पहिरियों दफ़ो float थियण वारो आहे 20th August Panorama India में. Nathan Phillips से असां 2 कलाकनि जो असांजो ट्रक हूंदो सिंधियुनि जो त प्लीज़ सभिनि खे इनवाइट आयो प्लीज़ अचो सिंधियत के प्रमोट कयो असांजो सिंधी अमर रहे असां सभु उनखे प्रमोट कयूं and that's my only wish to everybody please come. Yes. We all will be there. Gurmandir support, Dada Vaswani mission support. Everyone is there together. I want to see everyone there. Please, thank you.
One final comment from Gurmandir. 16th, which is a Wednesday, we have our seniors meet If you're not a member, if you're not receiving the newsletter, actually the announcements of the upcoming programs, please sign up, give us your name and email address. We will forward you the upcoming programs. We hold once a month. It's generally the second or third Wednesday of the month, between 11 and 1 o'clock. It's a lot of fun. So come and join us if you're not a member as yet. Okay, thank you. Back to couple.
फ्लोट ते अगर कंहिंखे अजरक टोपियूं ऐं दुपट्टो शॉल खपे त प्लीज़ कॉन्टैक्ट मी वी प्लेस्ड ऑर्डर्स यू कैन बाय योर्स फ्रॉम अस एंड द मनी इज़ गोइंग टू गो टू